Alright, what's up guys? Today, I've done this intro like 4 times. I've had so many issues in the intro, so I'm going to keep it short. We're using Swoobat. If you didn't see the Streamers Cup, definitely check that out. I might be uploading it soon, but we're going to see. Long story short, we're using Swoobat today, and it is a really cool Pokemon that I hope we can feature properly on the channel. This is one of the teams that I actually want to use Swoobat against. Weird as it sounds. You're going to have to see how it works in this battle. I'm not going to be explaining it yet. It's kind of a cool tech, I gotta be honest. But we used it in the Streamers Cup. Unfortunately, I went 0-2. Round 1, we had it in the bag. Missed a high horsepower. Bag has been stolen. Losers round 1, we played Gabby, who unfortunately had basically the worst matchup imaginable for the team, which is Sun. We do fine versus Sun, but not when they have Burning Jealousy and Eruption on Torkoal. She had the option to really cover basically everything I wanted to do, whether it was be offensive or supportive, and she could cover both of them. But anyways, new team. Just got done streaming. I asked the Twitch chat which they would like to see. We made a Mantine team earlier in stream, but we ended up not using it here today, as they said they wanted to see a bit more of Swoobat, as we really, like I said, did not get to show it off too much. So we were playing on the field today. Alright, they go Togekiss, Dragapult. So, cool thing about Swoobat. For those who don't know, coaching is a move that gives a +1 attack and defense. Now, you may be like, that's not that busted. How does that make Swoobat a good Pokemon? That doesn't make Swoobat a good Pokemon, it just makes it fine. Well, Swoobat has the ability Simple. Now what Simple does is, well, it's quite simple actually. It doubles all your stat changes. So if I get Intimidated, it goes -2. Not good. If I get Coachinged, it gives me a +2 attack and defense. Now, that is busted. That allows for a lot of crazy stuff. Also, in case you're wondering, I just did my background. I have not moved out yet, and so I'm still in a weird backdrop. This is the goal, is to have my actual room behind me like this when I move out. But I don't have that yet. So I just searched, Google image searched the word room, and this is what we got. So at the moment, this is our background. It's not my actual room. But it's funny, I'm going to be changing images every day. I just think it's kind of funny. Anyways, so like I said, we got the weakness policy on Swoobat. We give it the +2 attack and defense, making it reasonably strong. It's still a Swoobat with 57 base attack, but I think this turn we're going to be getting to +6 attack. And even with 57 base attack, you can still be a reasonably good threat with a +6. So they follow me, right? To be expected. That's kind of how it goes. We're going to be coaching. As you'll see, it says Swoobat's attack rose sharply, which means +2, which is cool. And they end up airstreaming the Riolu. Interesting play, interesting play. Hey, no damage on Swoobat is no damage on Swoobat. I will definitely take that. Also, I'm going to say it one more time. It's been in the description of every video. We're still dropping frames in the videos, and I'm so sorry, guys. I wish we had the proper content. I'm getting a new computer on Wednesday. Going to be moving in 2 weeks. So, in about 2 weeks, we should be seeing actual quality content that doesn't drop frames every 5 seconds. So that'll be cool. But anyways, so you saw. Now, if you look at our Swoobat, we have +2 attack, +2 defense, +2 speed. Now, this is where it gets crazy. We're going to coaching one more time. And airstream one more time. This time, I'm going to target Togekiss. Even if they protect, we'll knock them out through protect. But yeah, so this coaching, now we're going to be at +4 attack, +4 defense. You'll be surprised. If Dragapult hits us with the max Phantasm, we will take no damage. It's so cool. It's such a, like, it at +2 defense, I want to say it does like 70%. So like, at +4 defense, we're taking like nothing. At some point, they're going to have to realize that Swoobat's actually a threat here. So we coaching, like I said, +4 attack, +4 defense. They are faster. They hit us with the Max Phantasm. Look at how little this does. Super effective Life Orb Max Phantasm just did 40% to my Swoobat. Now, they do lower our defense by 2. But with this Airstream, we're now going to be outspeeding Dragapult. You want to know a funny calc? You want to know a funny calc? Actually, I'm going to save it for myself. We're going to see it in action next turn. That's what we're going to do. So like I said, he did lower our defense. A little unfortunate because, like, it lowers it by 2. But even with that, we're still at +2. And next turn, we can go back up to +4, which will be really, really nice. So Incineroar comes out, putting us down to +4 attack. Unfortunate. We actually needed that +6 for the funny calc I was going to show you guys. So if you look at Swoobat, we got the +4, the +2, the +4, and the +4. Now at +6, we knock out Dragapult with Max Airstream. Yes, you heard that correctly. We knock out maxed Dragapult. Unfortunately, we can't do that at +4. So we are going to be double protecting, I think. Now, you know what? We're going to protect here. And I've got it. We're going to Steel Spike the Dragapult. Even though we, can't get the coaching boost that we want, Riola's going to protect to save itself at that 1 HP. And we're going to get a Steel Spike and a Dragapult. It's not going to do a crazy amount. Okay, it is going to do a crazy amount. For a Steel Spike from a Swoobat, it's probably going to do a crazy amount. Yeah, 50% to a Dragapult. That's just nuts. Why is Swoobat doing so much damage? And we get the +2 defense. So now we're back at +4 defense, and we're going to live this hit. It's just too easy. They make this game... I'm playing this game on easy mode with Swoobat. It really is just too easy. Alright, so Dynamaxes all around are over. I think with the Pokemon we have in the back, we should be able to deal with the Incineroar. I believe we brought Cinderace, right? Because, yeah, they've probably got a Magnezone or a Shifu. We've got Rilla Cinderace. Cool. So what I'm going to do here is we are going to... I guess we're coaching. You know what? We're coaching because we can. And Psychic... Maybe we fly? Funny read. I can fly Dragapult. If we think it's going to protect, I can actually fly it. Let's go for that. I think Dragapult's going to protect here. It did not. If he clicks fly, we cry. That'd be really sad. Alright, Dragon Darts is cool. Perfect. So they Dragon Darts, they knock out Riolu. And they're going to go for a Snarl. Okay, fair enough. Snarl's good. Snarl's good for us. We're going to go Cinderace, however. We should be able to high jump kick, knock out Incineroar here, and fly, knock out Dragapult. And we should just win because of that. If you want to look at our Swoobat real quick, +6 attack, +4 defense, +4 special attack. Special attack doesn't matter, but +4 speed. That thing is literally crazy at this moment. We're going to kick the Incineroar, and obviously fly auto targets into Dragapult, so very, very good turn here. They're switching out into Magnezone. How much is Magnezone going to take from this fly? Probably nothing. But still 20% is whack. We high jump kick, change to a fighting type. Do we hit? We do. Cool, so Incineroar is getting knocked out. Magnezone is in, but we are free to Psychic Fangs the Dragapult and Pyro Ball the Magnezone. It should be good. Should be good. Obviously, we can always just miss another Pyro Ball. But even with, we have Grassy Glider in the back. So with Grassy Glide in the back, we should be good. Hit the Dragapult, hit the Magnezone. This should be an easy wrapped up game number 1. So as I said, guys, Swoobat's not that good, but it's still like reasonably good, you know? It's like somehow it works, you know? What it does well. It only does a handful of things, but taking Dragapult's hits is very cool. That's my favorite part, is how it just takes Dragapult's hit and then gets that weakness policy boost. It was a little botched because they had the Intimidate. Unfortunately, we couldn't clean sweep them. But Psychic Fangs knocks out Dragapult, and Pyro Ball, hoping it hits, should knock out Magnezone, and we would have the perfect showcase for game number 1 of what Swoobat truly does. Do we get him? We do. So, like I said, I wouldn't recommend this team as a serious competitive team, but man, if it isn't so fun. It's so fun when it works. I really love it so much. So we win the first game 3-0 versus Kyle. Sorry, Kyle. Couldn't get it today. So we're going to be at the second battle. Most battles, unfortunately, don't work that well with Swoobat. Swoobat typically ends up being only against Dragapult. It's like only against Dragapult or teams with like not many special attackers. See, this team here, they've got a Kingdra. Kingdra is not good for Swoobat because even though we have a naturally fine special defense stat, we don't like taking those hits. So Riolu Snorlax is going to be my method of choice here. Cinderace in the back. Snorlax being really good here because not only does it abuse those coaching boosts as all of my Pokemon do, but it allows for me to be a very specially defensive tank here. Because Snorlax, you'd be surprised, right? Everyone's used to seeing no HP Snorlax, max defense, max attack, max special defense, something around there, right? And a berry. But something a lot of people don't know is when you have max HP, which we do, and max, not max anything else, we're max HP and an Assault Vest, you actually have a lot of bulk on Snorlax on the special side. And it's definitely an underrated tech. It was used once at, I believe, Japan Nationals this year. The awkward one they had online. Sorry, I held a sneeze in there. I was so confident I was going to sneeze. But yeah, it was used at Japan Nationals. And I believe that's the only real showcase it got. It was really impressive, though. The way that it was able to have a lot of coverage. You work well with Riolu was the main thing. It works really well with Riolu. And be a special tank, which is really, really cool. Alright, jumping into this first one. I believe my opponent's going to go either with Indeedee, Cinderace, or Politoed Kingdra. Indeedee Corviknight is the lead of choice for my opponent. Huh. Psychic Surge. Are they like Psychic Seed Corviknight? No. There's Psychic Seed Indeedee. So what's going on here? Because we're gonna coaching, and what I like to do here is I like to Steel Roller, right? Because not only does Steel Roller knock out Indeedee, at least in practice, it has knocked out most of the time, but it will get rid of the terrain as Corviknight taunts my Snorlax. Sorry, excuse me. I'm a little. I was out at a party for my birthday. I got a little beat up, exhausted. So I'm a little under the weather. Not like beat up. I mean like, you know, I was pushing myself a little bit. So I sound a little bit out of it today. I apologize. But that actually does no damage. Very interesting. I'm used to it doing a lot more. So we're going to coaching one more time. What I think we're going to do is I want to max Lightning Corviknight. If they let me do it. Maybe they won't be ready for it. But yes, they've got Taunt Corviknight. It would have been a really cool play to see my opponent taunt my Riolu, but it's understandable. They didn't really want to let me get up a belly drum if I had it. Oh, they're going to switch Indeedee out. Into Politoed. Okay. Well, I gotta be honest, Politoed does not mean that Corviknight wants to take a max Lightning here. So we're Dynamaxing. I mean, the fact that they're not Dynamaxing means there shouldn't be any way for them to get a knockout here. At least as far as I know. I mean, I don't know Corviknights too well. But they shouldn't live this. They really shouldn't live a +2 max lightning. I kind of wanted to set up terrain last turn, but I didn't want to waste my Dynamax on that. They're just going to choose the Iron Head Riolu here, which is fair. I respect that. I think getting rid of Riolu is, like, obviously I'm not trying to teach everybody how to beat the team that I'm using right now, but one of the best ways to deal with the team that I'm using right now is to take the Riolu out. You don't want to, because you're like, man, why can't I just target the Snorlax? I want to get rid of Snorlax, but if you let Riolu stick around, it just racks up damage. Or not racks up damage. Well, it does rack up damage, essentially. But it racks up stat boosts on your partners so fast. It gets out of hand really quick. So really, one of the ways that I would suggest dealing with it is getting rid of the Riolu first. Kingdra's going to come in. I'm afraid of that Kingdra. So really, what I'm thinking is we double it right now. Grassy Glide, and I'm going to max Strike, because lowering speeds is always cool, and it's Stab, so Stab is always good. For those who don't know, just being an informative man myself, Stab is same type attack boost, or bonus. Not sure what it really stands for. I say bonus, some people say boost. Long story short, if you're using a Pokemon such as my Snorlax, and you have all these moves that are 130 base power, due to the max, if you click max lightning, it stays at 130 base power. If you click max normal, because normal is the same type as the Pokemon using it, Snorlax, you are going to be stronger than you would if you click max lightning. The boost you get is a 1.5 times boost, which is really, really significant. It bumps the 130 all the way up to 195, I believe, unless I'm doing math incorrectly. So, just because I am the same type as normal, I do want to be clicking that. Like I said, does more damage. They max Wormwind though, lowering both my attacks, but I am still +1. So we get a good amount of damage there. Next turn, I could easily see myself knock it out Indeedee for my move of choice. So Rillaboom is not in its element, not in its terrain. For everybody who knows, Rillaboom likes being in its terrain. So we're not going to keep that. We're going to max strike the Indeedee, trying to knock it out. Once Indeedee's gone, Rillaboom is going to run wild against these two grass types. And I'm going to really like that. So hopefully we can get that sooner rather than later. Oh, they switch Indeedee out, okay. Hey, that's really smart. They recognize that Indeedee is their win con, which is really cool. I respect that from my opponent. They do, however, max Airstream Cinderace, trying to get rid of my Rillaboom. Did not work. Did not work. We switch in the fire type. Crazy thing. You would think switching in your fire type on this big Kingdra would not be the play. But when your opponent goes for a flying move to cover your grass type, sometimes it is actually the play, which is pretty cool. Alright, Politoed taking that max strike pretty well. Unfortunately, obviously, we would have liked to see that knockout. But the cool thing is now, Snorlax obviously doesn't benefit at all from the speed. But Cinderace is actually going to be faster than the Kingdra here. So we're going to be Thunder Punching Politoed and bouncing Kingdra. The reason I'm bouncing is they could max guard, and I don't want to see a max guard from my high jump kick. We don't want to see that. Also, I'm going to say it one more time, guys. Wait, why am I not faster? We max strike twice. Oh, they airstreamed. They airstreamed. It doesn't actually matter. I big brained so hard that I small brained. So, you know, we all make mistakes. If you ever feel bad about the mistakes you make with calculations or realizing board position, just watch my content. I make mistakes all the time. So we bounce. They thought that there was no way in the world I would let them water move my Cinderace with the Kingdra. So they don't target it. So we actually get off a really good positioning because I made a mistake there. Oh, what I was saying. Unfortunately, I don't know if I mentioned this because like I said, I messed up the recording like twice. But I'm going to say it one more time. we are currently in the process of moving out, guys. So, unfortunately, my frames are still not the best. We keep lagging a little bit here and there. And also, I'm working on a new layout. Background, that's clearly not my room. I just took a random image. One of these days it'll be Aaron Zhang. One of these days it'll be, you know, whatever. It's going to be something different every day. Point is... Oh, he hurricanes. Okay. Into the... Oh! It hit Cinderace! No way. That covers the Cinderace there. When he gets knocked out to his life orb. I forgot about that. Hurricane can actually hit you while you're in the air. When you're flying or bouncing. Hurricane actually goes all the way up into the air and knocks you out. That's crazy. I didn't think about that. So we do get knocked out. I mean, like I said, Rillaboom wins anyways, but that's a really cool thing that my opponent realized. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, so like I was saying, we're still working on upping the quality. So I'm glad you guys have been enjoying the content. As I always say, I read every comment. So even if I don't respond, I love reading comments from you guys. But yeah, very sorry that our content has not been that high quality. We are working on it though, and it should be improved within about 2 weeks. I'm gonna be moved out with my new computer. So definitely look forward to that. If you've been liking what you've been seeing so far, it only gets better, I guarantee it. No more lagging, better everything. Better camera, better mic. Like I said, it's all getting better. But got about 2 weeks on that, unfortunately. But that is going to be it for today. Like I said, Swoobat, it's so cool, but it's just not always viable. Today, however, it did have a good showing, which I'm really happy about. I would like to hear today, comment of the day. It'd be cool to know, what do you guys think about the new layout? I think simpler's better. Maybe more so, not what you think of the layout itself, but the idea, right? I like simpler in this location of the screen. I want the emphasis to be on my commentary and the battle. Not on some complicated layout trying to show some stuff and make it look pretty. I think this is all you need. But I would like to hear what you guys think, as, you know, end of the day, I'm making content for you guys to watch. So, as always, go follow me on my other social medias if you haven't. Like, comment, subscribe, as it helps out the stuff. Like I said, we got that comment. I'm going to think of something for you guys to comment every day, just to make an answer or something that I can be reading. But anyways, that is for today. We'll be back tomorrow. At least 2 more episodes of the Swoobat team. Thank you guys for all the constant support, and I will see you tomorrow, same time.